Start match. Best of 5. Yes, so first of 3. We're good. Everything's fine. Let's start the match, friends. Alright, so first things first. We have, we've got a Warrior, Wizard, Witch, Berserker, Striker. A very tanky team versus a Wizard, Dark Knight, Musa, Warrior, and Ranger. So the inherent tankiness of Team A is pretty scary looking already. But the mobility and damage that the Ranger and Musa can put out should make it interesting. Let's see what Complexified going in. Both teams yet to engage just yet. Findale taking a huge amount of damage, has to V right away. Geek Gone Mad in the fray of it. Good damage. Findale goes down in the midst of all the AoE. Geek Gone Mad gets a grab. There's 2 skirmishes breaking out. Looks like Geek Gone Mad is forced to V himself. There's so much AoE, so many Wizard and Witch AoE being dropped everywhere. PvP taking a good chunk of damage. Enox getting CC'd, but getting out of there with the super armors and iframes of DK. Yobi and Geek Gone Mad taking huge damage. Geek Gone Mad not afraid of it. Jumps right back into the fray. Geek Gone Mad chasing. Teams are a bit split up now. They're trying to regroup. They're still split up into small skirmishes though. The teams need to regroup in order to press their advantage. It's a 3v5 at the moment. Oh my gosh, the huge damage, the huge combos coming from Team B. Complexified is the last man standing. The Musa, the lone Musa against 3. Can he do it? He's going to have to use that mobility to the best of his, as best he can. So once again, the Arena of Archer rules have changed so that the maximum HP will decline over time. So Divios, PvP, and Geek Gone Mad are going to want to work towards catching Complexified as soon as possible. Otherwise, it'll start to even the playing field a little bit by reducing. So there's the first tick. There's the first tick, reducing everybody's HP to 80%. Oh, and he gets grabbed and he goes down right away. Gets CC'd. First round goes to Below Soft Cap. Below Soft Cap takes the first round. That was that was a good fight. It's pretty difficult to follow all the stuff that's going on when you know, it breaks up into small skirmishes like that. But that was not that surprising, to be honest. If I had to guess, I would have guessed this Team A was going to take that one, just because the Musa and the Ranger are so squishy and difficult to play in these small skirmishes with against in particular against those classes. Ooh, Enox immediately gets grabbed and CC'd by Divios, taken out, making it a 4v5 instantly. Findale also goes down. Lots of AoE damage. Yobi gets taken out. Everybody gets chunked down from Team A down to 50% or below. Cauterized gets taken out. Complexified once again left alone, but against 5 members this time. This is quite a slaughter. This is quite a slaughter fest at the moment. It seems that Team A is doing a great job of cycling their protected areas between the team, allowing them not take a whole lot of damage. That's the first quick 2 rounds from Below Soft Cap. Pretty clean overall. There were some scary moments in the beginning of round 1, but it looks like it's going to be fairly one-sided for this fight. Let's see, what can they do? What can this the Ranger and the Warriors, the Ranger, Warrior, and Wizard are really gonna have to focus on their grabs, even though the Below Soft Cap has a lot more grabs in their team, which may be a determining factor. But if Findale can get in, Findale and the other members of Black can get in and use their grabs, they might be able to turn it around, do something. Oh my god, huge damage on the barcode. Runs top all Divios. They're all down. Findale's super low. Everybody's incredibly low. These huge AoEs. It's down to 1v2 again. PvP, the Wizard in a 1v2 against Cauterized and Complexified. It is a Musa and a Wizard versus a Wizard. Can PvP do it? Oh, he gets grabbed. Sorry, Cauterized is a Warrior, not a Wizard. And he gets grabbed and taken down, turning the tide. So it is now 2-1. That was a great turnaround by Team Black. Great turnaround by Black. getting the grab off, and successfully getting those CCs onto below soft cap. I'm wondering if below soft cap blew a lot of their cooldowns, a lot of their longer cooldowns, their ebuffs, their protected areas at the beginning of the first 2 rounds, and now they've burned them and they don't have a lot of utility left. We'll see how this one goes. They both teams are meeting on the top side. Someone complexified tries to go in and get some poke damage, but immediately gets taken down and punished for it. Going in alone is not the right option. Unstoppable charging in, getting the 100% off. Yobi the Wizard immediately gets taken down by the CC. Barcode hanging on by a sliver of HP, gets away, V's out. The onslaught keeps pressuring on to Black. Inox gets taken down. Findale follows shortly after. Cauterize left alone against 5. He does not last very long, and it's a 3-1 victory in favor of below soft cap. Good fights, everybody. Good fights. All right, so that means that below soft cap moves on to the next round. All right, so below soft cap moves on to the second round. Next up, we have Kamumbra versus benzie Bays. Next up is Kamumbra versus benzie Bays. There is a loser's bracket, though, so Black is not completely out of the game yet. Okay, next up we have Kamumbra versus benzie Bays. Can we get all of this? So we've got Vert, Vertex, Bopis, Masilas, Huntler, Not Muwen coming from Kamumbra versus Hole, Ghostku, Your Trash, Zeta, and benzie Boys from benzie Bays. Benzie Boy from benzie Bays. Are both teams ready? Are both teams ready? Thank you for entering the teams, by the way. Speeds up the process dramatically. All right, thank you for responding. All right, good luck, friends. Second match of the day. Let's get this going. Start match. We've got Kamumbra versus benzie Bays. Kamumbra versus benzie Bays. Let's see what happens. So we've got a Mawa, Ranger, Sorceress, Witch, and Dark Knight. This is a bit like Black's composition, where some high damage potential players, but not the tankiest team, versus a fairly tanky team. Sorceress being the only squishy person and sometimes wizard on that team. So we'll see how this does. We'll see how this goes. See if the damage from Kamumbra can take out the tankiness of benzie Bays. Both teams fishing for each other. Ghostku getting into a little bit of a skirmish, but not a whole lot of damage being done or CCs being traded. Vert takes a good chunk of damage. Ghostku gets knocked down, but doesn't get killed. Gets below 50%. Lots of AoE damage. CCs going on everywhere. Ghostku trying to get out. Huntler taken down. Immediately taken out. Gets CC'd and chunked down. You Are Trash also gets taken down. Ghostku gets CC'd once again, taken down below 50% HP. Hole taken. Hole and Zeta on the prowl, looking for their next victim. Masala set down to 50% HP in that nightmare, waiting to come out. It's a 3v4 at the moment. Mac charging up, tries to get some damage off, and doesn't really connect. benzie Boy takes huge damage, gets taken out. Get from the knockdown on the follow-up. Ghostku also taken out very low. Zeta taken below 50% HP. Hole coming in on the aggressive. Tries to get big damage. Does a good amount. Takes Not Moving down to 5% HP. Oh my god, he's hanging on by a thread. The clutch HP potion. Can he escape? No, he gets CC'd by Hole. Oh, but Hole does not connect the follow CC. Not Moving still in the game. Still getting damage done. Hole desperately trying to take him out. It's now Hole versus the 3 of them. It is Hole versus Versaiwin. Oh, Zeta is still alive, hanging on by a sliver of HP. It's a 2v3, not a 1v3. Zeta takes a huge chunk from Masalas, literally 1%, gets taken down by Masalas' black hole. Hole taking a ton of chip damage, hanging on by a thread of HP. His block is not going to hold out that much longer, though, and he goes down. Great fight. Great fight from Kamumbra and benzie Bays. So it looks like the damage from Kamumbra is enough to take down the tankiness of benzie. We'll see if they can redo their realign their strategy for the second round. See if benzie can use those grabs on their team to turn the tides of the fight. There aren't a whole lot. There actually there's one grab on Team Cumumbra. There's one grab on Team Cumumbra. And a few grabs on the other team. Hole going in, taking some chip damage. Everybody's fishing for CCs, trying to stay safe, but also trying to get some good CCs off and damage. I believe protected areas have been popped. Huntler gets chunked and taken down. I believe he was grabbed. Hole coming in with 100%. Blows up not Moodwin and Vert, but they escape with their lives just barely. Mac taken super low and he falls. Bope is taken out immediately. Not Moodwin and Vertex in the impossible task of a 2v5. Take out your trash, but Vert goes down as a consequence. And Not Moodwin gets trapped against the wall and taken down by Hole. It is now 1-1, friends. 1-1. Can they turn around for the third match? It's a pretty even fight at the moment. All these players, they're all level 61. They're all very geared, have a very high gear scores, are very skilled, very practiced in PvP as well. These are all top guilds that these players are from. So they know their classes and know their matchups very well. Vert gets chunked by something from the get-go. Bolpis gets taken out by something we didn't even see. Not when it's knocked down, taken super low, 50% HP, but escapes with his life barely. Ghostku fishing for that CC. Mac taking huge damage, alive just barely. He's still up 5% HP. Can he get out? Can he iframe out and survive? No, he gets taken down along with Vert. Now it's Huntler and Not Mood. And Huntler is usually the first one to get taken down. And there's the grab onto Huntler from Hole, taking a good chunk of damage. Not dead yet. Not Moodwin goes down now. It is... Can Huntler pull off the Black Sea? No, he gets CC'd and taken down. It is now a 1-2, a clean finish from benzie. A clean finish from them. Very, very well done. All right, well, I'm trapped in here with the competitors. Let's see. Can Cumumbra do enough damage and get the CCs off enough to finish off this team? You Are Trash gets taken down super low, forced to V out right away. Hole also taken very low. You Are Trash gets out of the V and instantly dies. Bulbus gets taken out. Hole forced to V out. Gusku, tons of damage being traded everywhere. Mac trying to get some damage. Vert going with the huge damage onto Zeta. Gosku forced to V out. Zeta trying to get away, but Vert is on his tail, chasing him down. Gets Zeta low, forces the V, but does not get the kill. Teams are regrouping, trying to heal up, trying to stay safe. Oh my gosh, huge damage coming from Natmuan onto Zeta's back. Gosku taken very low in the fray of it. Avoids the damage from Huntler, but runs straight into Mesilas is damaged and takes him out. It is now a 4v3. 4v3 in favor of Cumumbra. Can benzie turn around? Hole taking damage, but getting some good CC. Hole taking huge damage from Mac's back. Huntler in the front, Mac in the back. It's a sandwich attack, and he goes down slowly but surely. Zeta trying to finish off Vert. Oh, but Vert turns around on him and takes him out instead. It's now a 1v4. Benzie, can you do it? No, he's taken super low from all the chip damage coming out from Cumumbra. It is 2-2, friends. Next round wins. Crazy fights. 2-2. Next one moves on. The loser is going to move down to losers bracket. Not out of the tournament yet, but has to fight their way up from the losers bracket, which is a significant disadvantage in this tournament. We're going to watch Hole for a bit. Hole charging in. Hole, from the previous tournaments, he's always had a very aggressive playstyle, chasing his opponents, not giving them a chance to breathe or let up on them at all. Oh, but Bulbous gets the grab onto Hole and gets huge chunk damage. Huntler got taken out immediately by some other skills and other players. You are trash taken very low. Hole gets taken down. Great grab from Bopis onto Hole to take out that scary grabbing tanky warrior that's very, very difficult for Kamambra to deal with based on their composition. Can Ghostku now take up the reins and get those grabs and CCs off that benzie is going to need to win this fight? Ghostku's looking for Mac. Vert is on his tail, though. It's a very, very scary game that they're playing. Zeta, I know, taking some chip damage from them, too. Ghostku gets grabbed and taken down. Huge chunk damage. Zeta running for his life, trying to stay alive. Benzie Boy gets taken down in a one-shot. Zeta gets the grab, gets grabbed by Bopis. I believe he V'd, but he landed on the ground after the V, and he's trapped in the little... the little corridor and gets taken down for Kamambra to move on to the next round. Good fight, friends. Good fight. All right, so Kamambra moves on. Next, we are moving on to the second round in the winner's bracket. Next up, we have Chipotle versus Below Soft Cap. So this is Chipotle's first time in fighting in the tournament now. It is Chipotle's first time fighting in the tournament. They have yet to show so far. We'll see what they can bring. Can we get both teams? Wow, yeah, that's a big old team over there. We need to check the rosters real quick. Let's have Chipotle on team A and Kamambra on team B. We have Kamambra. All right, thank you. All right, are both teams ready? Both teams ready. All right. Have fun. Good luck, friends. So this is a, once again, best of 5, first to 3 wins starting the match. First to 3 wins, best of 5. Who's going to win? Now let's see the team compositions. We've got the Striker Warrior Berserker Witch Wizard composition, which is a very solid composition from Below Soft Cap, versus a Ninja Kuno on the same team with a Meiwa Wizard Striker. There's a lot of grabs on that team. Actually, every player except for the Meiwa on Chipotle has a grab. And the stealth classes, I apologize, I'm going to avoid spectating the stealth classes as much as possible so as not to give away their positions if they're in stealth. Code Z immediately gets caught, though. It's forced to V out. Oh my gosh, Hexia also gets caught, forced to V out right away. Shinoa. A lot of Team Chipotle gets chunked out and caught out early. They're gonna have to recoup and heal up. Wow, big damage, huge damage onto Barcode, gets taken down. Barcode gets taken down from Below Soft Cap. But in return, Hexia and Shinoa both fall. Unstoppable on the offensive, chasing down his prey. Gets CC'd and by Devilian. Devilian taken, huge damage, forced to get out. Codename Z gets taken down. It is now a 2v4. Devilian taken very low, CC'd. Are they going to be done there? No, he gets out, escapes. Goldfist are still alive as well. They take down PvP in that engagement as well. Goldfister. A Devilian gets taken out. It's now Goldfister versus the world. 3v1. The Striker. How OP is he? Can you see? All players are less than 50% HP, though. If Goldfister can get a good CC onto all 3 of them magically, he may be able to turn around. But no, here comes the chip damage. Here comes the V from Goldfister. Good V. I'm not sure if I would have used it in a 1v3 situation, but he must be very confident that it is possible for him to beat these 3 players. Devios, Aiden, almost full HP. They're basically almost full HP, and yes, it seems like the V was not the best option there since he died shortly after anyways. Good fight, good showing from Team Chipotle. Looks like they might need a little bit more coordination, though, on their team. Coordinating their CCs, coordinating their grabs onto Below Soft Cap. Below Soft Cap plays very aggressively. They chase their prey. They chase them down hard and try not to let them up at all. We'll see if the stealth users on Team Chipotle can use their stealth effectively enough to get some surprise attacks onto their opponents and catch them out with a good grab and a good chunk combo damage. The best option, oh, Goldfish gets CC'd and chunked and taken down immediately. Shinoa also goes down. Geek on Mad throws the ult out, doesn't hit anything. Unstoppable taken very low from chip damage. Looks like he's still alive, still pumping away, throwing those axes, tries to get a grab onto something. Wow, the entire team of Chipotle is dead. Chipotle is going under, confirmed. Hexia gets grabbed by the Geek on Mad, I believe, and taken down very swiftly by the 4 remaining members of Below Soft Cap. It's a 2-0 start. Pretty clean victories from Below Soft Cap so far. Let's see if Team Chipotle can come up with a strategy to counter that, and see if they can not get caught out and chunked immediately in the beginning. If they can, we've seen the potential of Ninja Kunos and what they can do when well coordinated and well timed, using their stealth and their grabs. So let's see if they can manage something. All right, Below Soft Cap. Looks like both teams are going to meet on the bridge. Barcode goes in as a witch, tries to get some AoE CC, does not land. Codename Z is getting caught in the fray, gets the 100% off, doesn't do a whole lot of damage, down to 1% HP, heals up, good E buff heal. Barcode got taken down somewhere in the fray over there. Goldthirster gets CC'd, taken very low. Codename Z goes invisible. Devilian gets taken down. Shinoa also gets taken down. It is now a 3v4. Codename Z still in invisibility. Hexia gets taken down by huge AoE. Goldfister, and Codename Z also gets taken down. It is now the impossible 1v4, an even harder situation now than the 1v3 from earlier, and Goldfister gets CC'd and taken down very cleanly. The stealth classes were not able to get the grabs off as needed, enough anyways to pull out the win. A clean 3-0 victory from from Below Soft Cap, knocking Chipotle down to the losers bracket. All right, next up is Potato Buckle versus Camumbra. Do we have both teams ready to go? All right, we have our guest here with us now. We've got Dark Positive co-casting with us.
Yes, I am, and it's wonderful to be here, everybody, casting this exceptional 5v5 tournament here. So we're already pretty far into this heated bracket with the match going on here between Potato Buckle and Come On Bruh. With teams deploying out here, we've got an aggressive setup from both sides. Team A here is coming in pretty hot. We have a lot of AoE coming down from DKs. Ooh, big Cataclysm there into the flow for some good AoE. Vertex taking a ton of damage. Vert, you got to get out of there, buddy, and heal up a little bit. All right, he's getting out. He's safe. Virtual Shade got a little low there for a second, but I think he's gonna be okay. So only a little damage sticking onto Vert, but besides that, doing okay as far as that's concerned. So we got a big chunk on the Star Chief going down 27, and he's gone. Goodbye, Warrior. It's 4v5, but Vert gets the return execution. It's a 4v4 with a 61 and a 61 down. Mac taking a ton of damage down to 31% HP. He's got to get out of there.
Oh, Plushie
and
down.
Plushie's just annihilated. Oh, Kyrie's and Virtual Shade. Goodbye. Just slay versus the world. How's it going to go in a 1v4 situation? He's got the distance, though. He's got a little bit of space. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he gets knocked down and evaporated by Bopus. Good try. Good try.
Good grab from Bopus to get him knocked down and out of the fight immediately. Don't even give him a chance to recuperate. All right, so the first round goes to Camumbra.
Come on, bruh.
Camumbra,
Indeed.
Potato Buckle. What can Potato Buckle do here to... what can Potato Buckle do here? What do they need to do? They've got 2 witches and a wizard on their team, as well as a Kunoichi and a warrior. So they've got 3 grabs versus Camumbra's 1 grab. They have 1 grab on their entire team. Yet they've done very well considering.
But you have to acknowledge how phenomenally squishy this Potato Buckle squad is here. And Virtual Shade's feeling the impact of that as that Ninja just takes a big chunk right at the beginning. Heals back up, though, to the power of the 3 stacked Lighthouse. That's a lot of sustain on that side. Grim Reaper's Judgment missed by Masilis here. A lot of AoE. Warrior ult goes wide. Kind of tickles Slay a little bit. Forced to V out of there, actually, it looks like. Okay, ooh, down on the ground. It's down to like 0% HP. He's gone. 4v5 in the favor of... Come on, bruh.
Another grab by Bopus onto Slatirical gets him out of the fight, but first instead of last this time, Bopus chipping away from the outside, gets the grab onto Virtual Shade. Can he do the burst? He does! That Bopus burst is huge, but Bopus gets CC'd in return. Mac gets taken out by what? Something. A big old 100%. Not Moodwin escaping with his life, trying to get out, heal up. Huntler trying to get some more damage on to Plushie. Plushie beats out, gets away. Oh, but they're chasing. It's a Witch v Witch matchup. Who's going to win?
Oh, Bopus takes a huge chunk, and he's gone too. Moodwin's not long for the world either. It's at 12%, goes back up to 21, but still really hurting. Plushie returned the damage, but Star Chief, the warrior, has no sustain without those lighthouses. He's got to get out of there. Stable. Oh, there's the power of the lighthouse. Get Star Chief back up. Oh no, but Kyrie's is gone too. It's a 2v3. Warrior and Witch versus the squad of Maywa. Oh, and the warrior's gone. I spoke too soon, and Plushie not long for the world either. That 3-man core is too strong. Yeah,
Star Chief trying to dash in there and get the grab, but he was just too low HP to sustain the chip damage from his opponents before he could even get his grab off. Great fight from both these teams, but it is a relatively clean 2-0 victory from Kamumbra at the moment. Potato Buckle definitely did do a better showing in that second match. We'll see if they can improve even more to get a win on the board and stay in this round.
And you have to commend the balance of Kamunbra's team here. Note that there are 5 different classes represented, and none of them are striker, which is quite interesting as far as a larger team comp is considered. But here we go. We have battle postured again. Virtual Shade takes a little bit of damage, a little bit more damage. Masilis, however, is destroyed. Bopus is gone too. A huge opening from Potato Buckle. Holy moly. Wow, that was a lot of damage really quickly, too. Vert's not long for the world either. He's down to about 50%, has to get out of that situation. We have so much sustain and stacked AoE coming out of Potato Buckle here. Vert's down to about 47% HP, gets up a little bit. Huntler's taking a little bit of damage, too.
Oh, Slatirical.
Moodwin's staying pretty safe. Huntler down to 30%. He's got a V out. Vert's still trying to kite along the side here, may perhaps get a flank, but Huntler's just soaking damage down to 4% HP, and he's gone. Oh, he's not. He's alive. He's at 2 HP, but he's still there. He's trying to AoE Slatirical as much as he can.
Oh, but he gets out just barely.
The jukes. His juke shoes are tied and ready. What's going to happen here? It's still a 5v3, but Slatirical's in the mix with Huntler, but he gets taken out. I mean, an ill-advised engage.
Tirical chased Huntler a little too long, and Huntler was able to turn it around on him. Vert trying to get the chip damage. We know the huge burst potential of Maywa and Vert as a player. Virtual Shade, although, is much better in a small scale 1v1, so if he does get a grab off, but he is out.
Virtual Shade's gone. He gets annihilated by the AoE burst.
The charge up by Vert
is gone. Ooh, it's a 2v3. They're reversing the situation. We have a 2v3 situation now with Warrior and Witch versus the core of Vert, Huntler, and Moodwin. What's going to happen? Star Chief down to 50% HP. Plushie not long for the world either. Also 50%. Ooh, the Warrior. Hello. Here's a combo. Looks like some damage. Star Chief gone. Satirical gone.
The double CC from Huntler onto Plushie and Star Chief was enough to take them both down in the end.
Well played. Come on, bro. You have to commend the turnaround from Huntler there to stay composed at literally 0 HP to revive himself back up and turn the fight around on Slatirical. Intense. A wonderful showing.
I'm not sure about literally 0 HP.
He was pretty close.
He was definitely below
0
1%.
HP.
Definitely below 1%. That's for sure. All right, we've got... now we're moving on to the losers bracket. So we're going back to... We have Potato Buckle versus Black now. We have Potato Buckle versus Black now, going down the losers bracket. We're going to move down to the losers bracket, fight out the losers bracket, and then we'll move back up to the winners bracket. But first, we're going to see how this round matches up.
So Goodvibesguy, I have to ask, as the relative outsider here coming in halfway through the tournament, have we seen the presence of the mysterious mystic in any of these brackets?
No, that's been a popular question. That's been a popular question today, and no, I don't think. I think it would be very, very surprising if we did see any mystics, because the Awakening was just out, and even if they are very geared and got lucky and were able to get their gear up in time for the tournament, the likelihood of them being proficient enough and comfortable enough on the class would be quite a feat as well. So we do not have any mystics in the tournament today, but hopefully in future tournaments, I'm sure we'll see some dragons and water flying around everywhere.
Absolutely. And theoretically, what type of role do you think a mystic would play in a 5v5 scenario? They're generally touted as these tanky CC machines that have incredible mobility and are able to get around everywhere. But in a situation where there's so much damage flying around everywhere and you need to be able to focus people down, I wonder if the mystic would find itself effective, or if it just doesn't pack enough of a punch to do much.
I think they're going to be very similar to strikers, but doing less damage. So I think they're going to have and they're going to be closer to a Valkyrie / Berserker role, where they're going to be looking for a CC onto their opponents, looking for catches, trying to use their vacuums, and really just playing a lot more of a supportive role, while at the same time dishing out as much damage as possible. We know that they're extremely tanky and can deal out a fair amount of damage, but I believe their tankiness is going to be most effective. In that, do they have one grab or two?
I believe they have one grab.
One grab, yeah. Okay, so they have one grab. So but the utility comes from elsewhere. They have a big vacuum skill, which I believe got nerfed recently. So we'll have to see how that plays out in the next tournament. But in this match, we have Wizard Warrior Ranger Dark Knight Musa versus Kunoichi Wizard Witch Warrior.
Indeed.
Let's watch.
We have Potato Buckle running it back again versus Black with a slightly more balanced setup. However, Satirical taking a ton of damage right away, has to get out of that situation, but spread damage out against the entire squad of Black. But healing back up a little bit. Cauterize not too healthy, down to 35% HP, but Warrior is pretty tanky. Inox also hitting a little bit there, down to about 75% HP, but able to get out and stabilize. The bridge is basically owned here by the squad from Potato Buckle. Got a good setup here with a protected area. I see a meteor that just went down. Didn't do a whole lot. Cauterize still sitting at about 60% HP, but a good Cataclysm onto Cauterize. Takes him down to 0. He's gone. It's a 4v5.
Star Chief charges in, gets the grab, and gets the kill onto an unsuspecting Cauterize. Kyrus taking very low. Has to get out of the Virtual Shade, gets taken out on the fray. Plus she gets taken down as well.
Black turned it around. Now it's a 4v3 in favor of Black with the advantage going there. Look at the AoE. Holy moly. Findley and YOLO the Wizard down to below 25% HP. But Plushie taken out in the meantime.
It's a 2v4. Can they pull out the miracle win in the 2v4 situation? Oh gosh. What? Who's doing that damage? Statirical takes out Findale by himself in a 1v4 situation, but gets taken down as punishment in response. Star Chief now left on his own to fight against 3 almost below half HP players, but he's less than 30% HP himself. Can he dash around? No, the Musa coming in with the epic CC.
But he's able to V out, it looks like. So, Star Chief taking the bridge here. Inox as well as Yobi and Complexified trying to charge at him, but the Warrior trying to hold strong here. He's back up to about 42% HP and is kiting extremely well, just playing the runaround game.
Now remember, max HP declines as the time goes on, but it's not going to matter as they collapse on him and get huge damage onto him to finish the round. So first round goes to Black. Wait, sorry. Is that? Mm-hmm. Yes, that is Black. First round goes to Black. All right, so I've said before in the other team with the dual stealth class, the Ninja Wizard, they have a lot of potential, but it seems like most of the time they get caught out and punished for trying to use their stealth. But we'll see if the Kunoichi can get a solid grab and actually make use. And actually see if they can get a solid grab and get the CC to help their team just chunk them out. Looks like both teams are playing very safe at the moment.
Yeah, Virtual Shade doesn't seem to be playing with Nippon Steel here. The Kuno has been less than effective so far in these matches, but we'll see if that grab and the stealth can end up turning the tide in one of these fights. Neither team really doing much here, just trying to posture on either side of the bridge. Nobody's quite bold enough to charge up there and take a stance. Not sure what exactly the logic is behind cooking the timer here a little bit, perhaps waiting for that decline. But it looks like we may have had a disconnect.
Oh yeah, we'll pause for a second. Looks like we do have a disconnect. We do have a disconnect, but we're going to let the round play out. If cauterize, yes. If oh, it looks like, did he come back? Let's see. They said Slay DC'd, but it looks like he may be back.
It seems like all players are present. They're fighting as if they are.
What good sportsmanship, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Great show of sportsmanship between the players here. Yep, looks like Slay is in fact back. They waited for everybody to re-enter the arena, and the fight is on. There is an engagement here happening on the top of the bridge. Yobi the Wizard taking some damage, down to 39% HP, but Kyrie's also down too. 5% on the Wizard, and he's gone. Kyrie's traded back. Virtual Shade also evaporated here with a 3v4 situation. Plushie down to about 66% HP. Spread damage out across the entire black roster here, with Findlay taking a lot of damage, but he's gone. No V available, and it's a 3v3, but Plushie's down to 15% complexified, also hurting really badly, but they're able to kite it back out a little bit. Star Chief not feeling so great, but not a lot of sustain left on the side. Nope, exactly one healing lighthouse left on the side of Potato Buckle here. So, spread damage going out. Plushie taking a huge chunk down, but Complexified is return killed. It's a 2v3 in the favor of Potato Buckle. What can they do about it, though? Inox doing decent damage here, but the Ranger can only do so much. We have good AoE coming out. Plushie's taken to 0%. It's a 2v2. They've equalized. Star Chief down to 50% HP with full healthy health bars on the side of black.
It is actually a 1v2, I believe. I believe there's a graphical glitch there. And
is there?
Still not, yes. This seems to be a 1v1 at the moment.
Well,
not
if it's a 1v1,
sure.
That's intense. All right, there may be a graphical represent glitch here, but we've got a brawl happening between the Warrior here, and the Warrior executes
damage
down. And does that seem to
looks
be
like
end? I can't tell.
Look, that was it.
That was it. Okay. The weird graphical glitch there, but
right.
What can we do?
Is everyone present? Now.
It looks like Slatirical needs a reinvite and Cauterize as well.
Okay, so we're going to... We've got a... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Won't... Oh, hold on. Let me pause this arena real quick.
Get everybody.
So it was 1-1. It was 1-1. Or the score is 1-1. So what we can do is we can reduce the amount of wins to 2 now instead of 3 for this next round. We can reduce it to 2 instead of 3 so that because it is 1-1. Because it is 1-1 score, we are going to reduce the rounds to 2 wins. So first 2 wins will equal first 3 wins, and we can continue as normal. So win count 2. Let's set that up. Confirm. Current standing is 1-1. So I've put it at first to 2 wins.
All right, and that will result in exactly the same bracket as it would normally be. We're just making it work for the formatting of Arena Varsha. Looks like everybody's here.
Yes, and it looks like a player from each team disconnected, so that ended up being a 4v4.
Hey, it worked out in the end.
So it in a way it works out. All right, starting match. All right, so what can they do now? What can they do?
Well, this squad seems pretty even. The squishiness of the Wizard Witch is, or Wizard Witch rather, is something that I'm still a little divided on as far as competition and composition is concerned. The Ranger Musa combo, the Musa here actually has the opportunity to excel since there's so much CC getting packed by the rest of their team with Warrior, Wizard, Ranger, with all of those grab and CC chaining. All right, look at that. Let's silence me and get to the action here. They go right at each other with Complexified taking a little bit of damage right off the top. Cauterize took a little bit of a chunk. Slatirical too. Cauterize down to 6% HP. Complexified able to get back out and heal back up though. So most of the initial damage is healed back by both teams. Just tiny little chunks on either side. But the engagement continues hard from Black
my,
onto
the
Cauterize,
damage.
takes a big chunk for that return, though. He's able to get back out with 10% HP, but Plushie and Satirical and Kyrie's all go down
It's
simultaneously.
a 2v5.
Oh man, what a good layering of burst damage there. Virtual Shade down to 38% HP. Cauterize around the same, but he's able to get back up. He's got 4 allies to back him up. Star Chief taking a bit of tickling there, down to 45%, 32%.
Oh,
he's
no.
taking some damage, and he's on the ground, and he's punched into oblivion.
Virtual Shade, I believe, is in stealth, seeing as he's a Kunoichi, not
He's not.
a
He is a witch. He's not a witch. He's Kuno.
Yeah, Virtual Shade is a Kunoichi. There's some graphical glitches on this side. But he comes out of stealth and gets caught and
Interesting,
grabbed,
yeah, he-
ground pounded by Cauterize and
Annihilated.
taken out.
Couldn't make the stealth play happen. Not sure why
All
it
right.
thinks he's a witch.
So it is now 2-1, in fact, in favor of Black. 2-1 in favor of Black at the moment. We'll see. Let's see if Potato Buckle can come through on Team B for Buckle. B for Buckle. Let's see if Team B can come through and use all of those, the protected areas, the the grabs, all of their kit and utility to take down their enemies.
Yep, I think the inherent squishiness of Potato Buckle's squad might come back to bite them in the end, but Complexified's proving me wrong. Takes a huge chunk, already down to 50% HP, but Plushie got return damage up there to 35. He heals up a little bit. One of those lighthouses topping him off, probably. AoE's getting distributed,
Oh
but
my
Satirical is annihilated. Plushie as well. Star Chief down to 0 as well. It's an instant 2v5 situation. Oh man, that squishiness, it's the caster curse right there. Virtual Shade evaporated. Plushie's just watching it all happen, taking a massive chunk here. That protected area is keeping him pretty healthy actually, but it's a 5v1.
But Plushie is, I believe, Plushie has a very strong defensive setup, which let him last for a little bit longer, but in the end it didn't matter. Good fights coming around from both teams. Unfortunate DCs, but it ended up being an even DC, so that was a silver lining for sure. Looks like Black is going to move on to the next round.
Well played by both teams. Now, you have to wonder, is it right to pack a full AoE damage setup without that inherent tankiness? The most successful teams here are running some sort of frontline bruiser composition with backup damage. So, we will see exactly how it all rolls out as far as these sort of glass cannon setups versus the more evenly distributed teams. What do you think? If you had to run a 5v5, if you had to bring a 5-man team in here, would you bring all damage or would you bring an even spread?
I would bring an even spread. However, you got to focus on grabs. You got to focus on the CCs. You need the tankiness, but you also need the burst. So you need a large mix of, you need the whole kit, really. You can't just stack all Witches Wizards or stack all Dark Knights, because it's just not going to work. Each class has its strengths and weaknesses, and the more classes you have on your team, the more bases you cover with strengths and weaknesses at the same time. All right, let's see. Let's get both of the teams ready to go here. Is everyone ready? Thank you. Yes, I will set the win counts to 3 now instead of 2.
And let's talk about these compositions here. On one side, we've got Wizard, Striker, Warrior, Valk, Sorceress versus Ninja, Wizard, Meiwa, Kuno, and Striker. So the big variation here is we have Valk Sork on one side versus the Kuno Ninja setup on the other side. Stealth grabs versus burst and survivability.
Yes, this is the double stealth composition that I was talking about earlier. That has potential to do some serious damage, get some good surprise attacks off, but it's very difficult to pull off successfully. You have to be very coordinated with your partner and your team to make sure that when you do get the CC and the grab off, that your team is there to follow up and really finish them, especially if they've got a protected area popped and ready to go to save them in case of that grab. Looks like everybody is 61 except for Devilian, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference. They should all be relatively on the same playing field. Here we go. Let's start off.
All right, and as this begins, we have an immediate engagement with a Whiffed Warrior ult. Maybe not so whiffed. Codename and Devilian taken down to 50% HP. No damage returned on the side of Benzie Bays. We got Chipotle hurting a little bit. Zeta's taking a little bit of damage. General spread AoE. Devilian down. Ooh, almost to 25% HP, but he's able to V out and survive. Goldfister's not doing so great. Codename Z hurting up at the top. Also forced to V. No V's forced on the side of benzie.
Oh my gosh.
Huge spread damage everywhere on the other side. Ooh, Goldfister down, and Devilian's gone. Goldfister down to 10% HP. Codename 13. Heskey's 25%, but a massive double kill from benzie boys. Grim Reaper's Judgment when the black hole just cascading across everything. Goldfister stuck in the corner. He goes down too. Shinoda down to 7%, and it's a clean 5-for-0 wipe from benzie.
Yeah, that was very clean. Team Chipotle was pretty. Wait, is that correct? Team Chipotle. Yes, Team Chipotle was. Sorry, Team benzie Bays was fairly healthy that entire round, not taking a whole lot of damage. I'm wondering if they blew all of their cooldowns on the first round, which would mean that they don't have as much.
Well, it didn't look like they took any Vs there, so I think 5 Vs are up for benzie Bays to the 0 of Chipotle for this, or maybe the 1 on Hexia rather. So let's take a look and see if round 2 goes any different than round 1. We have a little bit of engagement going on. We have the Warrior trying to scout for an engagement here. Not much damage going on anywhere. Hole's going aggressive. Let's see what happens.
Yes, the knockdown gets good damage. Huge follow-up by his team and himself. Goldfish and Devilian immediately taken down. Hole is one of the most aggressive players I've seen in these tournaments. He just chases his opponents. Hexia gets good CC onto the Warrior, which is an almost impossible task for Mewa. Hole returns the grab, but no damage gonna be done.
Yeah, the AoE just isn't there. Look at that huge attempted burst, but Hole just tanks through all of it. The AoE spread is just not really present from the double stealth class. You got Katana Shower, but besides that, there isn't a whole lot there. Speaking of Hole's taking a little bit of damage, but is able to heal it back up, and the fight is mostly neutralized. Codename got caught. Looks like he's getting chunked down to 14% HP,
good
12%, but he escapes out. He's barely alive. Hole's
got taken
duking it out with the Kuno Shinoa down there. We'll see what happens here, but he's kind of stuck behind that wall. He's got to take the long way to get back into the AoE fray. Look at that huge slicing the dead, smacking the Kuno into oblivion. It's Heskia versus the world. Let's take a look in the 1v5 situation, what the Mewa can do.
I'm not, all right, Hexia looks like Hexia still against the world 1v5. The Arena Version timers have not ticked down. Nope, doesn't matter. Gets as soon as he goes for the engage onto your trash, he gets his seed in return as is expected.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was gonna pick one class to try to kite for 3 minutes in a 1v5, Mewa would probably be it.
Yep.
But didn't end up working whatsoever, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm wondering who. Grabs are very, very important. Hexia DC'd, it looks like. Yeah, Hexia did not DC because they were moving around at the end.
All right, looks like we have the next match going on. Wait, we have a call for a pause.
I'm gonna pause because the round didn't start yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause because it was at the beginning of the round, or they DC'd from the last round.
So we're just going to investigate here, but while we're trying to figure out what happened there, let's just talk for a second about that first match out of benzie Bays, the 5-for-0 clean sweep of Chipotle. You have to go back to that moment where there was the Sork black hole going across all 5 members with a channeled Grim Reaper's Judgment able to kill 2 people simultaneously. So people say that while Sork isn't in the greatest place in PvP right now, that black hole is an invaluable ultimate in small to large scale PvP. So that was a great example of what the black hole can do in a small confined space, leading to a clean 5-for-0 for benzie Bay.
Yeah, so it looks like the score automatically resets whenever we pause the match. So remember, it is 2-0 in favor of benzie Bays at the moment. Looks like there was a false alarm at DC, and so we can continue on. Okay, benzie boy on the sword, can he get the CCs? Can he get the black hole that Dr. Positive was referring to off in an effective way? I know we've seen it trap Goldfister in one of the previous rounds. Can he do it again?
We will see. It was a pretty good spread damage. Codename Z's already gone. He's evaporated, but Hole is really hurting in this case. The AoE is coming together for the side of Chipotle. Devillion's gone. Looks like it's a 3v5 situation already. Hexia down to 50% HP. The Valk ult chunking him down to almost 4. You are trash taking return damage, but still almost 50% HP. They're able to heal back up relatively effectively. With You Are Trash at about 60% HP, but Goldfister's kind of taking a chunk here. Not living that great through this massive AoE spread. Shinoa taking tons of damage on 70% HP. Able to kite back out a little bit, though. This is a slippery setup here with the double stealth class. However, one of them is already gone. Shinoa down to 30% HP is not doing too great, but the fight is equalized more or less. You were trashing Ghostku taking a little bit of damage. Valk AoE right in the center there, not doing too great. Goldfister down to about 70% HP. He's surviving. It's okay. Zeta taking a bit of a chunk down to 50%. You Are Trash stabilizing, but still hurting down to 20%. He's gone. You Are Trash is gone. Is it the 2v5 turnaround? Now it's 2v4. Still outmatched 2-1. Goldfister taking a ton of damage. He's gone. It's a 1v4 situation for the Kuno. What can they do? Stunned up on the bridge, trying to get some position there in a small area. The AoE is good from Kuno, but still taking a ton of damage. Is able to blink back off the bridge and kite away.
Good Tenon Cutter escape there. Great movement from Shinoa, but still facing an impossible task in the 1v4. We know Kunoichi has a lot of burst, a lot of good AoE, and a lot of mobility and iframes. Like that escape. Wow, I didn't even register that block jump into the ghost step escape there, but she did. She got away. Can she sustain?
Oh, grabbed by the warrior. Uh-oh. What can they do? And they're gone. You can't get grabbed.
Yeah, she did about as best as she could, but it just takes one grab from any of the other members to take her down, and that's going to be a clean 3-0 sweep from benzie. So we're gonna stop this match.
Indeed, what a strong showing from the benzie lineup. I just can't get that first match out of my head. It was a clean execution from the 5-man strong squad.
Yes, definitely it was. Next up, we're going up to the winner's bracket now. So we're gonna have Below Soft Cap versus Kamumbra. Then we're gonna go down to the loser's bracket to see who plays Below Soft Cap and Kamumbra in the finals.
Right, so we have our winners final here to see who's going to be advancing to the grand final from the winners bracket. We have Kamumbra in this bracket. We've already seen what that group can do. That's a pretty terrifyingly powerful group. But let's see what Below Soft Cap can do to present against them.
Let's see. We're getting all the players on the right teams now. Taking out those players. We have, yes, everybody's here. All right.
All right, so we have a Striker, Witch, Zerker, Wizard, Warrior versus the Witch Ranger, Mewa, DK, Sorceress. What I think I see on the side of Below Soft Cap is a more prevalence of grabs. Also, we have one of the 3v3 All-Stars, Geek God Mad, returning for the 5v5 here. Let's take a look to see what he can do as far as putting on the carry pants and leading his team to victory versus the stacked man-up squad containing the 2v2 champions, Vert and Masilas. What do you think? Who do you give it to?
Bopus was a 3v3 champion as well.
He was,
wasn't he?
indeed. Yeah, this is quite the battle of titans here in this 5v5 setup. So I'm curious to see how it'll all end up. If you had to give your thoughts, what do you think? Where do you think this one's going?
Well, we know the strength and skill coming from Kamumbra, because we've seen the damage potential and just the sheer outplay from Vert and Masilas before in these tournaments.
Indeed.
So that's definitely going to be a tough opponent no matter who's fighting them. All
right.
They also have the added benefit of having Witch on the team as well.
So it looks like we're starting the matchup here so far. We have a lack of an engage so far going on. Not much in the way of moving around as we got a Zerker trying to do their best to do a little bit of damage here. A little bit of chunk on a mood win, but not much. And the fight is more or less stable. Looking for some grab and hard engage. The Warrior 100% goes wide here. Not a lot of damage anywhere. PvP barely chunked, but not much. Bopus already had to blow his V, though, looks like. So Barco taking a little bit of damage. Ron stoppable. Tiny chunk down to 90% HP. Really no relevant damage anywhere just yet. Bopus taking a ton. He's down to 25% HP, and he's dead instantly. Mac also down. Moodwin's down. Mac 20%. Didn't blow his V, but probably in stealth out of there. But Barcode returned down. It's a 4v5 situation here. Geek on Mad taking a lot of damage, down to 37% HP, but Vert and Mac are below 50% each. Huntler is barely kiting around trying to find an opening, but taking a ton of damage himself. He's down to 13. He's down to almost dead, but Vert is actually the casualty here.
Unstoppable. Can he be stopped? He's healing up, got the 100%. Not going to do much. Huntler also heals up greatly. He gets out safely. It's a 2v4. Mac and Huntler versus the world almost. We know Mac has amazing kite potential. Huntler being the witch. Oh, and he's gone. He stood still for a bit too long. And wow, Unstoppable immediately goes for Mac, gets a successful grab, and takes him down.
Indeed. And with only one casualty, the squad from Snake runs over the Man-Up contingent in an impressive first victory.
That's just another example of how important grabs are in this. We see, so Unstoppable is a very key player in the below soft cap squad, as well as they have Wizard, Warrior, Striker on their team as well. They've got so many grab opportunities, and these players are all very, very skilled at using them.
The prevalence of that Berserker doing so much work on the side of below soft cap. So let's take a look and see if Unstoppable can pull a similar performance here. We have Kamambra balling up really hard here, not spreading out that much. Moodwin's trying to kite around behind the bridge and find a good AoE spread. Geek on Mad taking a little bit of damage. Huntler takes a chunk. Return back onto PvP. Geek on Mad down to 20% already. Has to get out of that situation, but he's gone. He's dead. It's an instant evaporation from the Warrior. Unstoppable trying to do what he can, but the Berserker does not excel in 1vx. Taking a big chunk of damage here. Barco's down to 33%. He's taking damage on the side, and he's gone too. Bopus blows him up, takes a huge chunk. Unstoppable down too. It's a 2v5 situation. Bopus is able to heal back up with PvP, and Divios are down to 2, like barely any health. Divios is at 1%, and he's gone. It's 1v5 in favor of Kamambra.
Oh my
what
gosh.
can Bopus do?
Oh no. There's Vert right there. He caught him. That was a nice alley-oop from Kamambra. Oh my gosh, what a great match. And that was a clean victory. Bopus doing really good work on that Ranger. Got the grab onto Barcode in the beginning. Got the CC, and then his team was right there. He does amazing damage himself, and his team is right there to follow up for the kill. And Unstoppable fell right after that, again, thanks to the help of Bopus's great burst potential and damage.
Indeed, and they even up the score 1-1 in favor of each of these teams, and we're about to start up again. Both teams here rallying at the bottom of the bridges here on either side. We'll see which team makes the first engage. Moodwin's looking for a pick on the side here. PvP takes a bit of a chunk. Huntler taking a little bit of damage as well. Down to, almost dead. He is dead. He gets evaporated almost immediately. Verts down to 50%. Masilas down. Bargo takes a huge chunk of damage. PvP's also dead. 2 kills back for the side of Kamambra. Verts taking a huge amount of damage. Mac down to 20% HP as well. Geek on Mad evaporates Bopus with 100%. We have the black hole kiting across the side of the bridge here. Moodwin, Vert, and Masilas versus the 2 squad of Unstoppable and Divios. What can they do together? That's dangerous. If they have time to get out, they can kite back out and get health back. But we'll see. It's a 2v3 in favor of the man-up squad. What can they do in this situation?
Let's see. Divios, well, they've got the grabs on their side. If Divios and Unstoppable both get grabs off or coordinate their grabs successfully, then it shouldn't be that difficult for them to get the damage onto these squishy targets of Versailles that's left in this matchup. Unstoppable gets huge damage onto him, though. Has to run out, has to try and heal up. Tries to help out Divios, who's got Vert. Vert gets taken super low, but Unstoppable got punished for it. Divios forced to V out, is now 1v3 against 3 magic users. Well, 2 magic users and Vertex. Oh, he almost climbs with the Striker gem. Trying to get there, trying to use the, oh my gosh, the chip damage. The range chip damage from Moodwin and Mac, keeping him on his toes, not giving him a chance to heal up. Remember, can only heal up to 80% HP now, but it's not going to matter because they chip him down with that damage.
Honestly, I couldn't pick a better 3-man core if you wanted a 3v1 in that situation. Our reigning 3v3 champions here jousting off, and that goes 2 wins in favor of Kamambra to the 1 of below soft cap. But we've seen what that team is able to do. So let's take a look and see if they might be able to even it up at a 2v2.
Yeah, if they do, Then it's going to be a nail-biting round in the last one. Let's see if they change their playstyles at all. It looks like Kamumbra does a good job of splitting up in the beginning, trying to get flanks off. But the aggressiveness from below soft cap is also very, very good.
Indeed.
They're split off. They're trying to get flanks off, but below soft cap is not giving them any opportunity to flank them. They're all very well grouped together, not giving up any position, covering all aspects. However, the chip damage, they've got good range on Kamumbra, so they can get some good chip damage in before forcing an engagement.
Yeah, Moodwin's been looking for those calls this whole time, looking for the side flank with the AoE on the DK. Unstoppable trying to engage as best as he can, but isn't finding much yet. It's a little antsy on that engage. Divios takes a little bit of a chunk. Bopis takes a little bit too, but isn't really in range of any CC. So he's able, that's a very oddly placed magma field there, but whatever, that's all good. We have Carpet Fire coming down from the Ranger here. Unstoppable going in for an engage, can't find anything. AoE coming down on Messilas. Bargo taking a little bit of damage too. Ooh, the spread damage on the Sork and the Witch down in the corner. There was some damage. He's down. He takes a huge burst. PvP's down to 15% HP too, but is able to heal back up.
Good timing on the
ultimate. Intense. Bopis is
gone.
Destroyed. Huntler's down to 25% HP. It's a 3v4 in favor of Kamumbra. Geek Gone Mad is Geek Gone destroyed by the DK's burst, and it's a 2v4 situation with the Wizard and the Striker, looks like.
Oh man.
Let's take a look and see what they can do. Wizard's really hurting, not long for the world as it could seem. We got a good Aqua Prison, but is annihilated by the Grim Reaper's Judgment. Super Armor does not stop damage, and it's the 1v4 for the Striker. Again, Divios here persisting, but can he kill 4 people? Let's see how OP Striker really is.
My gosh.
Turns out the V is good. He gets out with 13% HP, 18% HP. He's able to kite back out a little bit, but let's see if he's able to do anything in response to the damage here. Huntler gets a CC. That's probably lights out for Divios. He gets out. He's gone.
Dies to burn or bleed or poison or all of the above. Great fights coming out. But that was a relatively clean 3-1 victory in favor of Kamumbra, which means Kamumbra are going to move on to the championship game, I believe. Let me just double check that. I'm not misspeaking.
Yep, they will advance to the grand final from the winner's bracket. Below soft cap will descend down to the losers.
I am so sorry. This is a best of 7, friends. This is best of 7, not best of 5 anymore.
Oh, just kidding. All right, well,
So
good. We got more damage. We got
I apologize.
More power, we got more fights, and we have more options for below soft cap to perhaps make a run back. They've got 1 win under their belt, but to the 3 of Kamumbra, it would be nigh impossible, perhaps a miracle.
So we're going to keep track of the score. It is 1-3 in favor of Kamumbra.
Indeed. So in order to advance, Kamumbra would need to win precisely 1 more round. But in order to unseat them, below soft cap would have to run it back and win 3 in a row. Crazier things have happened in the world of esports. We will see. We will see. We will see.
So what I mean by finals, friends, is this is the winner's bracket finals. This is the winner's bracket finals. Yeah. So all the final matches are best of 7. So best of 7 on the winners bracket, the losers bracket, and the grand championships. Yeah. So this round, and then the losers bracket finals. All right. Ready, friends?
Oh, almost. Looks like we got 5. We got the full squad present. For Kamumbra, we're missing 1 from below soft cap. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're good.
All right, here we go. So remember, it is 3-1 in favor of Kamumbra. 3-1. It's first to 4 wins. First to 4 wins. So Kamumbra needs 1 win. Needs 1 win. Below soft cap needs 3.
All right, let's take a look and see how this match goes. All right, both teams look like they should be coming out the gates in just a moment. Here they come. So below soft cap's gonna have to work some magic here, but I've seen these players play, and if anybody could do it, they absolutely could. Let's see, no real damage, no real engage on either side here. So let's take a look and see where it goes. Oh, we have a big one. Huntler's bursted down to 0% HP, and 1 huge Moodwin goes down too. Barcode takes a little bit of damage, but Bopis is taking a chunk there. Bopis is gone too. Mac and Vert versus the world. The 3 kills on the side of below soft cap within the first 15 seconds of the match. That is the magic I was saying. Maybe some magic really can't happen.
No.
Vert goes down and it's Mac in a 1v4 situation.
Oh my
What's gonna happen here? The AoE is strong. Wow, they came out of the gates ready to go and take a quick one.
All right, are both teams ready? Finally, we can start this thing. Let's do it.
Hey.
So yes, what's happening, friends, by the way? So this is double bracket. So this is the top bracket, meaning the winner's bracket, or the normal bracket, if you will. What after this round, we will move to the loser of this round will get knocked down to the loser's bracket and still have a chance to come back for the grand championship.
Indeed, but enough of that explanation. We got fighting to do here. Let's take a look. We got a little engagement here on the base of the bridge. Ron Stoppable takes some damage. He's a berserker. He can heal it back. Ooh, Divio's taking a big chunk down to 45%, but Bopus and Huntler are dead. They take a huge chunk too. Divios was the bait. He survives and is able to get back out, and it's a 3v5 in the favor. He's got Vert in a grab. Divios takes a little bit of damage. He's still at about 28%. 42% able to get back up here. Mac is still healthy. Moodwind, ooh, hurting down to 12% HP and 0 and gone. It's Mac and Vert versus the world again.
Oh
Mac
my God,
takes
Mac.
a ton of damage, but is able to get out. Geek Gone Mad gets the black hole. Doesn't do much. It kind of goes wide down the side of the bridge. Geek Gone Mad down to 30% HP. So there's something being said for this two-man squad here. Barcode down a little bit. Ooh, and Mac is gone. It's a one-man squad. What can Vert do? And it's gone. It's a 5 for naught. And they even the score at 3-3. This last match is for all the marbles. What do you think about that?
This was not entirely expected. I wonder what's happened in the last, because these have been two very clean, very quick wins. I wonder what perhaps the cooldowns have all come back up now at this point.
Well, we shall see. I wonder what is going through the minds of the Snake Squad right now, being able to pull off the reverse sweep while Man-Up's got to keep it together. Kamanbra has to stay focused and not let the nerves get to them. Most Vs seem to be up. Most cooldowns seem to be up. Let's see what the teams can do. Huntler's going for an aggressive backdoor here, trying to get a good flank on the sides. Not much in the way of damage yet, though. Oh, there's an engagement here. Huntler gets CC, but he's able to blink out. Divius takes a chunk, too. So let's take a look. Not a whole lot of damage anywhere. Geek Gone Mad takes a bit, but he's able to heal it back up totally fine. Max a little bit chunked, but basically full health bars everywhere. Under the bridge, there's a bit of damage here. Ron Stoppable's got a grab chain going on, but is not able to continue it. Moodwind takes a big chunk down to 3%. Oh, man, is dead. Huntler's not long for the world either. Goes down as well. Mac is gone. It's a 2v5 in favor of below soft cap. Maybe just barely below soft cap. Oh, Barcode goes down. It's a 2v4. Perhaps something can be said here for Bopus and Vert. What are they able to do? The tankiness is definitely not there from this two, but the damage certainly is. Will they be able to run it back?
I don't know. Let's see. This is a very, very tall order for a Ranger and a Maywa to go up against a Wizard Warrior Striker Berserker. One grab and on either Vertex or Bopus and they're dead, but they can do huge damage at the same time as well. So it's they can survive, and it looks like they won't be able to. Vertex down to 3% from a ton of AoE and CC damage. Vertex trying to... Oh, and there's the 100% from Geek God Man to finish off Vertex.
What an intense reverse sweep from the side of below soft cap. Haven't seen one of those in quite a while. That is an intense recovery, an intense amount of focus with the ability to bring it back. Yeah. Well played from both teams. Remember, Kamanbra is not out of this tournament just yet. They go down to losers finals and are able to fight their way back into the grand final match if they are able to become victorious over the winner of Black versus Benzie Bays. So they will stay in the tournament.
So we have to go down to the losers bracket now. We have Black versus Benzie Bays. And then the winner of that round will go on to fight Kamumbra in the losers brackets finals, which will be a best of 7. So this current match, as it is now, is a best of 5. We're going back to the best of 5 format for this round 3 and the losers brackets.
Indeed. Losers semifinals here will be our final best of 5 match of the afternoon. The full remaining matches, so losers finals and the grand final match will be bests of 7.
Okay, we've got most players ready to go here. Just gonna try and get everybody in.
Indeed.
What do you think of the
match
lineup so far?
So we have Striker, Valk, Wizard, Sork. This is the Benzie Boy lineup with a pretty even CC and damage spread versus our Musa package here with Complexified, a Dark Knight, Warrior, Wizard, Ranger. So as I said earlier, the Musa has a chance to shine in a composition like this because the rest of the team is packing so much CC. We have Warrior, Ranger, and Wizard all able to CC an individual target, which is what Musa's greatest downfall is, right? Musa doesn't have the ability to create openings, but when other members of a party are able to do it for them, the AoE damage is there, especially with a fully geared soft cap Musa. So I think that the Sorceress's utility versus the Musa's survivability will be a big turning point here. We'll see how well Benzie Boy can play versus Complexified, as well as Hole, the warrior on the side of Benzie Boy's team, who has been playing out of his mind so far, playing one of the more aggressive warriors that I've seen in these tournaments. So we'll have to take a look and see which team is able to perform under pressure, because there is no coming back from this bracket. This is losers semifinals. If you lose, you are out.
Yep, no coming back from the losers bracket, and the winner of this round will go on to fight Kamumbra, which is a formidable opponent, and then from there they go on to the Grand Championships. Looks like below soft cap is already guaranteed at least second place at this point. We'll see who's going to fight them in the finals.
Indeed. And it looks like the match is underway here. The bridge, a contested area, but underneath the bridge, the Musa is looking for an opening here, able to flank the entirety of the team. Findalay taking a huge damage, instantly evaporated. What happened to the Ranger? Caught out in the wrong place. Musa has to run away, and it's effectively a 3v5 on the top of the bridge here. Cauterize taking a bunch of damage as well. Ghostku's a little bit unhealthy. Benzie takes a bit of a chunk, but there's that spam of the violation and the slipperiness of the sorceress, keeping him relatively safe. Huge AoE damage spread across the entire black lineup here. What's going to happen with this big chunk?
Oh my gosh.
Warrior ultimate spreads damage across the team. Inox goes down. Complexified's down to 13% HP. Cauterize down. You Are Trash gets taken out. A return kill on the other side. Zeta down to 30% HP. Complexified able to heal up a little bit. Yobi the Wizard down to 35% HP, down to 18, 2%. Is he alive? He's gone. He's down. He is evaporated. It's a 2v4 situation in favor of Benzie's Bays. So let's take a look and see what they can do. Zeta's not super healthy. Cauterize is annihilated, and it's the Musa versus the world. This is not where the Musa wants to be in favor of the 1v4. They can kite for a while, but let's see what's going to end up happening. Is there a long-range CC open here on the side of Benzie Bays? Who knows? Oh, not much. Ghostku takes a big chunk, but Complexified down to about 50% HP. Oh, and he's gone. He eventually goes down for a one death on the side of Benzie to 5 deaths on the side of Black. Good showing so far.
Very, very good fights from both players. It got a little hairy there for both teams. They were all chunked pretty significantly, but it does look like Benzie Bays was able to come back and pull out the win on that one, recuperate from the big chunk and pull out the win. Let's see if these Wizards, Warriors, and Rangers on Black can get the successful grabs off they need, and then the burst to follow up.
Yep, the CC, well, the Ranger was evaporated so quickly in that fight that they never really had any chance to do anything. Yeah. But the fight is opening up here. Zeta takes the first hit, first blood drawn against Complexified as well on the side. He takes a huge chunk. The Musa does not like to be in the middle of everything. Hole playing aggressively, charging in front. Cauterize takes a huge chunk too. Yobi the Wizard's dead. He's gone. Cauterize is hurting. Complexified is hurting. No real damage on the side of Benzie's Bays so far.
Grab on the Hole, but Hole gets grabbed.
He does. Inox, not super healthy. They're hovering at about 50% HP, but healing back up slowly. Let's take a look at what Hole can do on the side. Inox is looking for an opening. That DK got a good Spirit Legacy on the side, but not enough damage to follow up on. Huge channel takes out Cauterize and Findalay. It's Inox and Complexified versus the remaining after You Are Trash goes down for the side of Benzie's Bays as well. Ooh, a good chunk. Ghostku takes a bunch of damage. Zeta's down to 0%. He's dead. V's are all blown except for Benzie. Well done. Inox and Complexified versus the 3-man squad. Sork is still alive as well. Not sure where... Black Hole's almost channeled as well. Oh, Inox taking down 3% HP. 9% is still alive. He's able to get out. The Musa ult went wide too. Did not do a whole lot in that corridor. Ooh, let's take a look. Complexified takes down to 10% HP. Barely. They're at 20% apiece. There's not a lot of HP to play with on the side of Black. But Ghostku's super fine. Hole is completely healthy. Benzie Boy's completely healthy. They're playing a kite game, trying to avoid taking too much damage, but that HP penalty is going to come into effect pretty soon. So let's see what can happen here. We have Hole trying to charge the DK, but DKs are slippery. I'm not sure the Warrior's going to be able to catch him that well. Trying to stay grouped now. Hole's getting aggressive. Got a CC here.
Oh,
and
got the grab.
Inox Complexified went in for the man play
gosh.
and died a hero. So 2 wins in favor of Benzie Bays. Pretty clean as well.
Yeah, one more from benzie Bays, and that's gonna clinch it for them, and it's gonna knock Black out of the tournament entirely. Let's see if Black can recoup, and if they can get the CCs and the damage needed to take down the very formidable benzie Bays. benzie Bays was bit of a dark horse, not entirely. I'd say it's pretty well matched up.
All right, and our perhaps the final match here happening right now. 2 wins in the favor of Benzie Bays. Let's take a look. Oh, Hole comes in with the damage. Look at the spread.
Oh
They're gone.
gosh.
Inox is dead. Yobi the Wizard's at 5% HP. He's able to heal up. There's a protected area down, so they might be able to survive. Cauterize killed through it. Yobi and Complexified now versus the 5-man strong squad, but Benzie Boy, namesake team member, doesn't matter, annihilates the opposition. Hole had something to prove with that all.
That was one of the fastest rounds we've had thus far. So benzie Bays in the clean 3-0 victory over Black, knocks Black out of the tournament, and benzie Bays are going to move on to face Kamumbra in the losers bracket finals. Now remember, the losers bracket finals is a best of 7, and we're going to get to that now.
Indeed. The remaining matches in this tournament will all be played at best of 7, which is first to 4 wins takes the match. We have some strong competitors in this final bracket, though. I honestly couldn't tell you who I would favor to take it home. What do you think?
I don't know. This is gonna be a tough one. The Hole we've seen Hole just really charge ahead and just be super aggressive on that Warrior and really keep the pressure up. But Mumbra has done a really good job of kiting, and Bulbous has done a fantastic job as a Ranger staying alive and getting the grabs when it's safe for him to do so and not getting too greedy.
Absolutely. And this is an interesting one as far as Siege Guild bragging rights are concerned, because we have one 5-man squad representing Cho Nation. No, not Cho Nation. Is it Black Rose? We have one representing Snake and one representing Man Up. So quite the face-off here as far as some of the top players in North American Black Desert right now facing off against one another. All right, looks like we're just checking to make sure both
teams need to be ready. We're just waiting for some confirmations. All right, let's get this round going. We've got the Warrior, Striker, Valkyrie, Wizard, Sorceress versus the Maywa, Witch, Sorceress, Dark Knight, and Ranger.
Indeed. So we have seen both of these squads at it, with both teams bringing a Sork here as well. So we have a lot of versatility, a lot of CC options on either side here, and the damage is pretty well spread. So I'm interested to see, as far as compositions are concerned, quite even, but this is going to be a raw outplay scenario. Who can purely execute their class better than the other?
Oh my
and
gosh,
Bopus is starting off by blowing his V immediately. Mac taking a little bit of damage too, but Benzie takes a big chunk too from that AoE spread. Trash taking a little bit of damage too. Mac heals up. Bopus back 50% HP. He's going to have to wait on that a little bit to see if he can heal back up. But huge AoE. Zed is taking damage. You are Trash also down as well.
What is this?
Ghostku down to 22%, 20% on Zash. Ghostku's gone too. Saves his V, just takes the death. Hole, Trash, and Benzie Boy versus the Bopusless squad here. Mac takes a huge chunk too. Moodwin takes a bit of damage. He's able to get out. That slippery DK is able to distance himself from the rest of the team. Mac gets out as well. We have a Warrior ult going on Vert, taking to about 20% HP. Hole still healthy at 65%. Trash and Benzie back to full. So let's see. Hole taking a huge chunk of damage there. Trying to tank a little bit too much. Forced to V, forced to get away. So it's still a 3v or a 4v4 situation, it seems here. So let's take a look and see what's going to happen as the fight more or less stabilizes, people topping off health bars. Well, we have the Ranger down on the side of Kamanbra with the Striker dead for the side
my gosh.
of benzie Bays. We have another engagement here. Trash taking a bunch of damage. We have Moonwind's gone. Moonwind gets evaporated by a burst combo. Vert's down to about 60% HP, so it's now a 3v4 situation with Hole again trying to lead the charge here.
Oh
Trash
my gosh.
taken down,
Oh no!
but gets a return grab and is able. Oh, the reversal. They're both so low. Who's going to win in the 1v1? Vert Ooh, does he win or does Trash get out? No, Trash blinks away.
Trash
this is an intense...
Oh, the CC!
Ooh, what an intense showing there from Vert, able to turn it around on Trash. But we have a 3v3 still brawling in the front here. Let's take a look and see what happens. Huntler takes a bit of damage here. Down about 50%, but able to stabilize. Hole's playing a little more cautiously, but still trying to get in there. Oh, ignores Vert going behind him here. Maya was slippery and is just charging behind him. Mac trying to go in, engage on the Warrior. Sorks have a hard time with that. Let's take a look and see what happens. We have the big charge up here.
There's a
he's pinned up against the side, but is able to get off the bridge. Let's take a look and see what happens to him. We have a 3v1 against Hole underneath the bridge, but he charges away. Let's see if he can survive this combo of the Huntler. Oh man, he didn't really get the CC there, but gets knocked down by benzie.
Oh, but Mac is there to back Huntler up and save him by the neck of his skin
of his teeth. I think is how that one goes.
Neck of his skin.
But we have
it goes down anyways.
benzie takes a huge chunk from Huntler and is punched down. Hole whiffs his ultimate, looks like. He's back up to about 44% HP, but it's a 2v3 now with Vert, Huntler, and Mac versus Hole and benzie. Looks like they're going to try to camp one of the entryways here and see if they can fill an AoE and see what happens. Now, let's take a look and approach here with the team pinned inside the entryway here. What are they going to be able to do in such close quarters? Hole trying to get out and escape. Not much. There's 1 minute and 50 seconds left here. They're not going to be healing much HP going on here. Mac is pinned down.
Oh,
Huntler takes a big chunk of damage here. Hole is able to turn it around a little bit and kills. No, doesn't kill. Huntler goes down. Vert's at 14%. What a strategy.
Oh my god, can he do it?
What is Hole doing? He's proven us all wrong. He's just not going down.
He's taken out his only other person who can grab him. It's now 2 grabless classes against Hole, a Warrior who is very difficult to CC and has a grab. He takes out Mac. Vert. It is now Mac versus Hole in a 1v1. It's a very difficult matchup for Sorks as they do not. Vert V'd out. He's alive.
Vert's still alive. He's there. He just escaped. He's out there a little bit. So there's just huge damage attempts going on here with damage blocked by Hole. He's trying to pin himself against the wall so no one can get back attacks on him. It's a smart idea.
The chip damage coming from Mac and Vert, though, just wailing on him against the wall. He goes back into the cave. There's less than a minute left.
What's going to happen in the remaining 45 seconds? Nobody's healing up past half HP right now.
He gets the grab onto Mac. Mac is done. It's a 1v1.
What an intense situation. It's Vert versus Hole. Going down to 30 seconds remaining in this match. What is going to happen?
Can Vert pull it off? Pull off the impossible matchup. Hole versus... No, he gets the grab. Oh, he does not. He desyncs.
Oh, is that like 2 HP? What's going to happen? Oh, no. Can Vert kite it out for 15 seconds? How can he turn it around? He's barely alive. He's at 9% versus a healthy Warrior trying to take possession here on the top of the bridge, and it doesn't look like a whole lot is going to happen in the last 5 seconds of the match, and the match is going to conclude.
Yep, match is going to conclude. That's our first draw of the tournament. So that does not count as a win for Team A. That is going to count as a win for no one. So it is still 0-0. Great job, Hole. We're gonna pause real quick. We're gonna set this next one up. We had a DC. We had a DC.
Indeed, I believe the DC happened after the player was already dead.
So we're gonna go ahead and pause real quick. We're going to pause. Is everyone here? So friends, we do not abide by the default wins that AOA gives. You must kill your opponents to get a win. It's in the rules.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that is not a win. Draws are draws, and in this tournament, they will not count as a win or loss. It just moves on to the next round and is essentially a remake or a redo.
Indeed.
It's
In
the
order
first one
to
we've
claim
had.
the victory for your team, you must kill all players on the opposing team. But there is no benefit to a draw for you, so...
Is everybody back in the tournament and ready to go? Looks like we've got all players on the teams ready to go. It is still 0-0. We're restarting, essentially restarting. So it is still best of 7.
Indeed.
With a 0-0.
All right, so let's take a look and see what happens here.
Still 0-0. Best of 7. Good luck. First of 4 wins. Starting match.
All right. Also, bear in mind, please, if you need to cite or reference the rules for this tournament, there is no preference given to people intentionally drawing out matches. Please remember sportsmanship here. We're all here to kill our opponents. Please do not intentionally draw out matches to draws. There is no benefit to your team for creating a draw whatsoever. It will only lengthen the time that everyone has to play. So, bearing in mind, we have this match commencing now. Let's take a look and see what kind of aggression comes out from the side of each team. Huntler here coming in with a buff is trying to flank the team from behind here. Let's take a look and see what happens. There's action on the bridge here. Benzie takes a chunk of damage. Zeta takes a little bit, not too much though. And the fight is more or less equalized. People dancing around looking for CC options. Zeta takes a huge chunk of damage, and Benzie's down to about 40%. Zeta's down to 20, has to get out of that situation, and Trash is dead. Ghostku not long for the world either, down to 8% HP, 9%, but is able to survive and get back out.
Ghostku so low. Benji Boy taking down. Huntler also taking down. Zeta trying to get away, healing up, but does not do it successfully. Has to V out. Hole is basically alone against the 4 members of a Kamamara. Gets CC'd and the huge damage forces the V at less than 10% HP. Zeta now alone in the 1v4. They're chasing him hard. Can Bopus get the grab they need onto Zeta? Or is Zeta going to get a grab on in return? No, Mac is going to get the knockdown CC, and then his team is going to be there to follow up. Hole is now desperately trying to get away, trying to pull the same trick he pulled earlier by luring everybody into the deep dark hallway. They're not falling for it. They're just gonna wait here for it. Probably gonna coordinate an attack on him. I don't know if Hole can survive a 4-man onslaught of pure damage.
He's taking a pretty big chunk.
There's the CC. Oh my god, huge damage from all 4 of those players. There's just massive damage coming from all the Sork, the Maewa, the Dark Knight, and the Ranger all have crazy burst damage, and Hole was not able to survive it or get a grab off onto anyone.
Right. Trying to kite into that room might work a little bit when it's a 1v2, but not a 1v4. So that will be our first win going over in favor of Kamanbra.
Kamanbra takes the first round win. It was a very, very close fight, though. Actually, no, that one was a pretty clean fight by Kamanbra.
Indeed it was.
The first round was a very, very close fight.
So let's take a look and see how this round goes. In round 2 here, or technically round 3, but only the second one that counts. Let's take a look and see what happens. No damage anywhere really just yet. Some people posturing up on the bridge from the side of Kamanbra, but a huge chunk onto Trash. He takes so much damage, but is able to escape at about 20% HP. 35 now. Ghostku takes a big chunk too. Trash is taking... he's gone. Trash is evaporated by the AoE from Moodwind. Ghostku takes damage down to 10, down to 0. 0% HP, ladies and gentlemen. Benzie Boy taken down too. It's Zeta and Hole again versus the 5-man strong squad from Kamanbra. Both takes some damage, is chunked down.
He gets the return grab.
Somehow survives against that slashing the dead from Hole. Zeta is found by Mac in the middle and taken down, and it's Hole versus the 5-man squad. Let's see what he tries here. Does he have any other tricky strats under his belt here? Takes a bunch of damage. AoE gets bounced around in the bouncy house of damage here and taken out. A clean 5-for-0 sweep by Kamanbra.
Yeah, that was a much cleaner round than the first 2. Even though the previous one was still fairly clean, this was even cleaner than that one. Benchbase really needs to work together, use their grabs, use that time that wizard protected area as needed to avoid the big chip damage and big burst damage that Kamanbra can put out. The striker and the warrior really need to focus on getting those grabs, and the rest of their team needs to be there to follow up. Let's watch Ghostku, see if he can land a grab. No, he gets CC'd immediately by Vert. Takes good chunk damage by Vert. Not a lot of follow-up though. Still chasing each other around.
He's trying to
You are
posture on the side of the
trash.
bridge. Trash is gone again, instantly chunked by the AoE stacking from Come On Bro. We have the Valk ult in the middle here. Let's see if that can do anything. Not really. Oh, chunks Vert down. The black hole goes wide. Doesn't do a lot of anything. Ghostku taking the 20% HP, 10% HP, but Vert returned down to 14. Ghostku's dead. Vert is still alive and gets some space to heal back up. It's a 3v5 in favor of Come On Bro. What can Bopus do under the side here? Kind of camping underneath the bridge, trying to find some space to do something. Zeta's about 50% HP. He's taking chip damage from the AoE. Benzie's taking a bunch of damage too, down to 50%. Zeta's down to 10%. What can the Valk do? They can die. That's what they can do. Benzie boy takes tons of damage, down to 0%. It is Hole again. This seems to be the theme of Hole trying to do his best to put his team on his back. What can he do here? He gets a grab, not much in the way of anything. This is an interesting strategy of trying to use the sides of the bridge for cover. Oh, it's the 5-man squad that's found him on the side here. He's doing his best he can. He's trying to kite away, but Bopus is on him. AoE is strong, and he goes down for the 3-0 victory in favor of Come On Bro. There's one match left to play to decide the winner.
Yeah, Hole seems to be the only tanky character on that team, even though almost all of Come On Bro is fairly squishy. They are not able to be taken down, it seems. They're just too slippery, or too they play their classes very well. Although these classes are squishy and may not have the grabs, may not have the inherent tankiness, the players behind them know the classes well enough that they can time their iframes, time their super armors, and just generally outplay their opponents, it seems.
All right, we got some damage coming out right immediately with Ghostku and Zeta happening here. Let's see what impact your Trash can have this time. He's been kind of evaporating at the beginning of all these fights. Let's see what happens. Ghostku, Zeta's really hurting and is dead. The Valk goes down first. Takes a ton of damage. Ghostku's not too healthy either. Trash down to 7%. He's gone too. Ghostku down to 20% HP, but he's got to find some space to heal up too. But he's pinned up against the back of that wall, and he goes down to Moodwin. It's Hole and Benzie boy this time. But Bopus is taken out in return. There's a huge amount of damage onto Huntler. Huntler is dead too. Two return kills. Benzie's down. It's Hole versus 3 this time.
A little bit better odds than the previous times, but it's still Hole against the world. It is once again Hole against Versaiwin. Versaiwin seems to be the last one standing quite often.
Yeah, the synergy between those 3 players is well known already, but Hole's going to have to make some magic happen here. Let's see what he can do. He's kiting around this escarpment on the side of the arena of Arsha over here, kind of trying to play tricks on everybody and find an opening to get a CC. That's a good spike of damage there. Not too much remaining on Vert. We have a channeled ult here with a bunch of chunk damage. Let's see if he can do anything.
Yeah, Hole is going to have to get a grab onto someone. He's going to either have to isolate one of the members, get a grab off and burst him down, or get a group CC. But no, Vert is chasing him desperately and gets the back CC, forcing the V out of Hole, but Hole immediately comes out of it. Let's see, he's backed into a corner now. Is he going to have the AoE damage, or is he going to get chipped down?
Let's take a look. He's got his block up, but that block is not infinite. He's got the
he trades lives with Moodwin, but unfortunately that means that they lose. Great fight, great showing from everybody, but a clean sweep from Come On Bro. A very clean sweep from Come On Bro in this losers bracket finals.
Well played.
That means that Come On Bro moves on to the grand finals against Below Soft Cap.
Indeed.
So the grand finals are going to be a Below Soft Cap versus Come On Bro.
So this is going to be a rematch of the winners finals that we just had. So while we prepare for this grand final match, Goodvibesguy and I have something that we want to present to the viewers and participants of this tournament. A very exciting announcement that I think anybody interested in PvP in Black Desert is going to want to see. So please stay tuned and take a look at what we'll be showing on the screen now. Let's see if he can make a name for himself on this ninja. I wonder or Kuno, I wonder.
Oh my gosh!
Oh!
What was that?
What was
Are you
that
kidding
damage?
me?
once again, the 1v2 against this aggressive duo that is Lucaria's Ball. Can Tamaria last long enough and get the damage out like that? It's good. Holy cow! He takes out Jaylee! He's up! Oh my god, the huge wizard damage though to turn the tide. Can he get the grab? Tamaria's taking super low. Get out of there, you're gonna die! No, he's below 10%, 15%. He gets the grab! Completion 100% gets cancelled. Mental torment, and he does it!
Eats a black hole and he's done. Silas and Vert get turned around on.
What happens?
What's going on? Broken survives with 9% HP.
Oh my god.
Somehow they're able to bring it back and they reverse.
Holy cow, what just happened? Black Sea and hand job. Boom, there's Pies. Holy cow! The wombo combo! The hidden wombo combo was amazing.
Let's take a look and see how it goes. When you have a big spirit legacy chunking down the whole team. Boom, this gets and then they're all dead. Oh! Look at that damage! Well, isn't that exciting, Good Vibes Guy? We have finally announced the project we've been working on for several months. The first North American Black Desert Online 1v1 League.
Yes, we'll talk more about that after the stream and answer any questions you guys have. But I'm very, very excited to present that in the coming months. So we will have the grand finals now. It's going to be between Below Soft Cap and Come On Bruh. Yes, so let's just clarify this real quick. Come On Bruh must win 2 best of 7s. While Below Soft Cap must win 1.
Correct. So the team coming from the winner's bracket will be up 1-0 in matches. So Below Soft Cap will only need to win 1 of these best of 7s in order to prevail and become victorious champions of the 5v5 tournament. However, Come On Bruh must run it back and win 2 matches simultaneously, or back-to-back rather, and take it that way. So let's just make sure that everyone is clear on that rule set. There will be 2 wins in a row for Come On Bruh versus the 1 from the winner's bracket finalists Below Soft Cap. And we're just waiting on everyone readying up at this moment.
All right, everybody's ready. Best of luck, friends. And let the match begin. First of 4 wins. Let's go. Start match.
Indeed. So our first best of 7 here in the grand finals is now underway. Let's take a look and see which team can remain composed. The grand finals of any match is an endurance game. These people have been playing through the entire tournament, so their fingers, their minds, and their hearts might be tiring, but this is the one that matters. Let's take a look and see how the teams are able to progress as they come out of the gates for the first round of this grand final matchup between Below Soft Cap and Come On Bruh.
We've got so many champions already on these teams. Let's see which ones are going to prove strongest in the 5v5 format.
All right, and not much going on as far as engagement so far. There's a little bit of tickling going on the bridge. Moodwind takes a chunk, but turns it back on the Raw Unstoppable. Damage either sense, nothing significant. Not really. So still looking for a good opening for a flank here. The Berserker's going to have to find a grab combo onto one of the squishier members of Come On Bruh. Not much in the way of anything, though, but he gets flanked here. PvP takes a huge chunk of damage from the flank, but is able to get back out. AoE spread going on across Below Soft Cap. Barco taking a ton of damage, but Bopus also
double
down
CC.
to 5% 6%, but he goes down. He is dead. It's a 4v5, the first casualty on the side of Kamambra. Let's take a look and see if the AoE carpet can be good enough here. Trying to position on the side of the bridge here. Barco takes a huge chunk. Mac down to about 50% HP. Barco's down to 5%, but heals back up to 13.
Alive.
Huntler's down to 50, but is able to find space and heal back up as well. So a big engagement attempt happening there, but not much to show for it besides the 1 kill on Bopis.
See, can they get the burst damage onto... Oh my god, Vert gets CC'd and taken down immediately. Ron Stumble slams nothing into the ground. Mac and Moodwin and Huntler, can they run it back? The 3v5. All members of below soft cap are at full HP. It's going to be a very tall task.
These are 3 squishy members on the side of Kamambra versus the chain-grabbing potential of Ronstoppable and Geek Gone Mad. Let's take a look and see what happens. There's a big AoE chunk going on in the middle of the fight here. Carpeting damage across Huntler. Huntler's down to 0. He's gone. Huntler gets annihilated, and it's Moodwin versus Messiah and Messiahless versus the world. Black Hole is good, but doesn't do enough damage. They aren't able to finish off any kills. Mac takes damage down to 17%, but is able to stabilize on top of the bridge. Let's see what happens.
Moodwin gets chunked and taken down. The tick of the max 80% HP did happen, so all members, it's not going to matter. Mac tries to get the charge up, but does not survive the damage output. A clean first victory from below soft cap.
Well played, indeed.
It looks like those grabs really paid off for them that time. They had struggled to use them a little bit in the past, or not struggled, I should say, but failed to use them as much as they needed to in the past. But it looks like they're on point with the grabs in this round.
Absolutely. And you have to realize in this type of caliber with these type of players, being 1 member down at the beginning of a fight is intense. A 4v5 is so much more difficult when you're playing against the cream of the crop in a tournament like this. So let's take a look and see who ends up with first blood on this side. A big chunk on a PvP and Ronstoppable already down to 30% HP. He's taken a bunch of damage, but Moodwin's down to 6%, is able to escape and pull some space onto the other side of the bridge. Well played by him, but Mac is gone. He's dead. Mac gets evaporated by a damage stack. And let's see what happens over here. Moodwin is also down. It's a 3v5 once again with Bopis, Vert, and Huntler versus the whole squad from below soft cap. AoE carpet here going on. Not a whole lot of anything really, but there is a grab. Huntler's getting pounded by the warrior and the berserker.
Oh man.
And he takes a big chunk, but Vert is the casualty. Indeed, Bopis falling as well in that engagement, and it is Huntler versus the 5-man squad, which would not be the class I would pick to 1v5 here, but let's see what he can do. Pins himself against the wall, is able to get back out. Not doing much in the way of damage, but he's surviving. He gets grabbed by Geek Gone Mad, and the damage is there.
Wow. Another clean round.
5 for naught in favor of below soft cap, who go up a quick 2 rounds over Kamambra.
Yeah, these rounds are moving very quickly, and we have talked about the aggressiveness of this team from below soft cap. Just Divios, Geeko Mad, Ronstoppable, and yeah, those 3 classes, the Berserker, Warrior, Striker, are playing very aggressive, trying to jump into the fray, trying to get the grabs.
Indeed.
And it looks like when they do get a grab, their teammates are right there, ready to pick them off.
And you have to acknowledge the fact that man up squad here, Kamambra has 5 squishy champs, and there's no tank on the side of this squad. So if a grab comes in and a chain is actualized, there's not a lot that anybody can do about it. So Kamambra's squad is really relying on the outplay potential of their classes rather than any inherent survivability. But Bopis, speaking of survivability, is going to have a hard time surviving this, but he gets out. No, he does not. He is crushed down. Black Hole's coming in on the side here. Vert's down to 50% HP, but Divios takes a big chunk as well. But again, healthy health bars on the side of below soft cap. Ronstoppable down to about 30%. Can't do much. Oh, Barcode's down. It's 4v4. No, 4v3. Moodwin takes out.
Damage.
Divios is down to 6%. PvP goes down. It's a 3v3 again. Vert is getting chunked out, but is able to get back out at about 30% HP. Huntler's taking a big chunk too. Nobody has any cooldowns available. Huntler's trying to position himself inside this doorway. Geek Gone Mad's charging him. Can he survive this? This is a pretty heavy stack on him. He's doing a good job. Then Ronstoppable, Geek Gone Mad's at 1%. He's able to come back. They're blinking red health health bars across the entire squad, but Huntler and Mac are still healthy. What a turnaround in health bars there from Huntler.
Oh my gosh.
He was able to use that small space to his advantage.
Oh! Huge takeout. One shot, wombo combo from...
Pushed into the dirt. He was stopped. He is stoppable. Divios is down to 24%. Kind of trying his best to get out of this situation. 35%
Ooh.
getting engaged on.
No.
Gets the grab on Vert. What can he do with it, though? Not a whole... Ooh, maybe something.
Big damage on the Vert.
Can he turn it around, though?
Finishing him, though.
Can he turn it around? On the other side, the rest of Divios' team has died. It's him in a 1v3 situation on the bridge versus Huntler, Mac, and Vert. Let's take a look and see what this team can do here. We have the first tick down of health in Arena of Varsha happening now. Huntler's trying to get a CC. Doesn't really get it. Nope. The Skull Crusher goes wide. Does not kill Huntler. Divios is down to 37% HP. There's an aggressive engagement here, but the problem is there are no grabs left on the side of Kamanbra. What are they going to do to Divios? They're going to just kill him with damage. That's what we're going to do with him. And they take him out
just
to
flat
return
out
a match.
Damage, which Kamanbra is known for just going and getting the damage in, not even caring about getting CCs. All they have and all they need is damage for these wins. Which brings them into a 1-2 situation, slightly better than their previous situation of 2-0. So we'll see if they can even it up in this next round.
Indeed. Well played, extremely well played by both teams so far, doing fantastically, I will say.
Yeah, both everyone in this tournament has done a fantastic job in playing their playing their character, their class very well.
All right.
Having good knowledge on other classes. And let's see what's happening now. Bopus is in the hallway getting destroyed.
He's still alive, though. He's able to get out at about 15% HP, but the whole stack is chasing him in there. He's just punched down. I'm not sure what he was doing in there, but he's there. He's dead. Geek Gone Mad is down to about 50% HP. Ron Stoppable is not looking too healthy here either.
Oh, man.
Ooh, big AoE chunk here. Geek Gone Mad down. Ron Stoppable down. Barcode down. All below 20% HP. There is a heal happening here. Barcode gets bounced up in the air, but is able to get out.
Bopus and Huntler are down. Verts got CC'd. Forced to V out.
Barcode is return killed on the other side, though. It's a 4v3 situation. We got Mac, Moodwin, and Vert versus the remaining 4, with Geek Gone Mad trying to lead the charge here and find a grab on one of these squishy targets, but it's just not coming in right now. Everyone is a little bit too slippery. Oh, that charge, Grim Reaper's Judgment, does a bunch of damage, but not enough to kill anybody.
Vert and Moodwin get taken out. It is the impossible task of a 1v4. Mac, can you do it? Can you get some magical CCs onto these targets that are almost unCCable?
Well, let's take a look and see what the Sork can do in this situation. Sorks are one of the slipperiest classes in Black Desert, but not resistant to grabs. So Warrior gets in and is taken out instantaneously by Geek Gone Mad.
The chain grabs from the Warrior into the Striker, and then they still had the Zerker there if they needed him.
All right, bear in mind, this is the 3rd win for Below Soft Cap. Below Soft Cap needs to win one more round to claim victory in the grand finals and the tournament at large. There's quite a tall task here for Kamanbra. Do you think they can do it? You think they can win 7 rounds in a row?
I think it is a very, very tall task. Yes, because remember, even if Kamanbra won this best of 7, if they came back and won 3 in a row right now, they still have to win a second best of 7 because they lost previously to Below Soft Cap.
Indeed. So this would be quite the vindictive match here if they are able to bring it back. But PvP takes the first chunk of damage here in this team fight. Let's take a look and see what happens. This Berserker is going all over the place trying to find something. A big chunk of CC here in the middle, but just a lot of skills but no damage coming out because of the protected areas on either side, I'm pretty sure. We got a chain grab here happening. Mac takes a bunch of damage. Mac takes a ton of damage. He has to V out, and Mac is unavailable for the remainder. Hunter's down, or Huntler's down. He takes a bunch of damage. Huntler is dead. It's a 4v5. It's a tall order. Let's see what Kamanbra can do in this situation. Vert's taking a huge chunk. Mac's still very low. Moodwin and Bopus are pretty helpful. Ron Stoppable is taking a bunch of damage. He's gone.
He's gone. And PvP was done at the same time.
Moodwin gets return sniped, though. He's dead, too. It's a 3v3.
Oh, they evened it up.
Geek Got Mad is hurting, but he's a warrior, so he's a little tanky. Max attempting to take him out. Let's take a look and see what the sword can do.
Oh, no.
Slashing the dead into grave digging, just punches him down. Geek Got Mad with the kill on Mac. Now, Vert and Bopis versus Barco,
no.
Didius, and Geek Got Mad. Barco takes a bunch of damage, has to V out, but is still alive. Bopis trying his best, can't do a whole lot versus this warrior striker Bash Brothers over here. We have a chain grab happening here, and he is dead with that victory.
Is it, friends. That's gonna be the end of this tournament. Your first ever 5v5 champions below soft cap.
Well played.
Congratulations.
Well played. Well played to all competitors in the tournament, especially the squads in the grand finals below soft cap. And come on, bro, a fantastic showing from each side of the battle here. So now, if the winning team would like to come into Discord for a little bit of debriefing, talking about how the matches went, and perhaps answering questions from their fans or anything like that, let's take a look and see what they have to say.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Well fought, well played to everybody who partook in the tournament. Congratulations. Congratulations below soft cap. We're getting first place. Second place goes to Kumumbra, and third place went to, let me double check that. Third place went to, oh, I gotta update the thing. Let's do that, report the score.
All right.
Third place went to benzie, sorry. Yes, Benzie Bays. Benzie Bays in third place. Congratulations.
Indeed.
Congratulations, everybody. Yes. If below soft cap would like to join an interview, come on in Discord. All right, let's wait for these players to respond. See if any of them want to hop in for an interview. See so we can ask them some questions. I'll let Dr. Pete take over from here.
Indeed. All right, let's take a look and see if anybody feels like coming in and talking with us a little bit. Perhaps yes, perhaps no. We do not know. Anybody from the victorious team is welcome to come share their ideas about how the tournament went, as well as talk a little bit about perhaps the announcement of this new 1v1 PvP league beginning at the end of this month. But if the results are show for anything from this tournament, we cannot overstate the value of tankiness and the value of chain CC. The teams that brought multiple elements of CC as well as tanky frontline classes like Warrior and Striker generally prevailed over the higher damage, lower survivability squads that were able to blow people up but not survive in the longer fights. So let's take a look. Let's hand it back to Goodvibesguy and see if anybody here wants to participate in our post-game interview.
All right, friends. We're back. And let's see if anybody wants to come and talk to us. Let's see what's going on with the volume. Robots everywhere.
Was it being robotic?
Yes. All right, we're back. Would anybody like to? If not, that's all right. We won't get an interview with the winning team. But that was a fantastic match. I think 5v5s are a little bit difficult. It's harder to get some outplays in a 5v5 compared to a
Absolutely.
smaller
You just have
one.
so much stuff flying everywhere. You know, the situation in larger scale PvP, well, 5v5 compared to a 3v3 or 2v2, there's just so much more going on that someone would need to pay attention to. And that would be the biggest factor that makes these squishier classes a little harder to pilot. Where you might have all the damage in the world, but if you can't deal with the CC coming at you, and you can't deal with the carpeted AoE where you're taking chip damage wherever you want, it's quite difficult.
Yes, I agree. It is very, very difficult to do that. We've got Ron Stoppable and Barcode, I believe. Or is this you?
Brother?
Hello. Testing. Can you hear us?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, perhaps.
All right, try talk. Do me a favor and try talking. Make sure the stream can hear you.
Hello, my brothers.
All right, you're here. Now, just gonna remind you that you are on stream, so I'm gonna request you use respectful speech and we'll just watch your language if possible. All right, that's gonna be your last warning. How do you feel winning the tournament? How does it feel to win the 5v5 tournament, Barcode?
Feels pretty great.
Feels pretty great.
Well, I can only imagine. One of the curious things is your composition. We were talking about bringing in a lot of tankiness and forward engage. How well do you think that a composition with a warrior and a striker frontlining did versus some of these squishier compositions? And do you think a full damage composition could work in a situation like this?
Yes.
Yes, it can work. Why can it work? I want you to tell us a little bit more about that. Hello.
Because they can kill everyone.
Because they can kill everyone?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's
well, that does make
answer.
sense. It does make sense. So, on the flip side, moving on to a more interesting topic, perhaps.
We tried to
based on
make
that
our team
announcement that we had earlier. Ooh, pardon me.
Most of us aren't even off cap right now, so we had to.
Sorry, could you repeat that one more time?
Yeah. I said with our team comp, we tried to play around the fact that 4 out of 5 of us aren't even soft cap right now, so we had to come up with a good comp to work around that, and brought a lot of peels, help our witch and wizard, so thought it helped pretty well.
Okay. Gotcha. So your composition basically worked out really well.
Yeah, it absolutely
nice.
did, and the results kind of speak for themselves in that regard. Now, moving forward, based on the announcement that we had right before the commencement of this grand finals, do you guys think something like a 1v1 league would be something that would interest any of you individuals as far as being competitors?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Why
Oh,
not?
no, I play a witch, dude. 1v1 would be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have a pretty bad discrepancy between classes, but, I'm sure a lot of the 1v1 memers would like that. I think 3v3 is the perfect bracket, honestly.
Yeah, why do you say 3v3?
Yeah, what are the advantages to 3v3?
I think because it kind of helps some of the larger scale classes like witches and wizards. They can still perform, whereas like the smaller the fights get, like 1v1s and 2v2s, witch wizard kind of gets like taken out of the picture.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
So, based on that, what types of classes do you think would succeed most dramatically in a 1v1?
Berserker, ninja, kuna,
Mystic's
pretty good.
Is actually a hot button topic that we didn't get to see present in this tournament, so to speak, but many people are bringing Mystics up with high gear and high skill. So what role do you think Mystic would play in a 5v5 or a 3v3 scenario?
Yikes.
Alright, we're good. Sorry, what was the question again?
Where do you think the Mystic fits in the 5v5 equation? What role do you think the Mystic plays best, or do you think it would succeed more in a smaller scale environment?
Control. They don't have like crazy damage, but they have a lot of super armors, mobility, vacuum, stuff like that. They have a vacuum. They're good. They're pretty good.
Absolutely. So in a 1v1 setting, Mystic on that list of classes that would be dominant. Now, moving forward, with Cacao's announcement of the release of absolute skills sometime in the next couple of months, do you think those new skills will change the game as far as where the classes stack up in a 1v1 situation?
No. Except Witch Wizard.
Well,
as far as I'm concerned, I think most of them are like... I think most of them are gonna really kind of be only good in like 1v1s and stuff. Like for Zerker, for example, ours are only gonna be good in...
Yeah, you think so? Zerkers are only gonna be good?
No, I'm just saying I feel like a lot of the absolute skills that I looked through are only gonna pertain to 1v1 for the simple fact that they don't have protection on them, they don't have super armor, so you're not gonna be realistically using those in large scale fight.
Right,
You're
that
gonna get
makes sense.
CC'd and died.
Oh, can you pull our coach down?
Like, changing damage on skills doesn't do anything, really, other than, like, 1v1 and combo. The only thing, like I said, that would pertain to, like, large scale would be, like, Witch Wizard and Blizzard, because it has, like, frontal block and whatnot.
Right,
But
I
even
did
then,
notice
that's
that.
kind of risky.
Yeah, I noticed that on the absolute skills that they basically they touch the damage and that's pretty much it. There's not going to be any extra protection, which is one of the biggest problems of a lot of pre-awakening classes. So yeah, I agree. It's probably not gonna. It's only gonna affect 1v1s, not as much large scale.
There's been a lot of talk, however, of people hyping up the Rangers' absolute skills, saying that it might be what the class needs to come back into relevance.
Fuck Ranger.
Like, yeah, that'll be cool. I kind of hope Ranger gets some love because, like, they were pretty OP for a while, but now they've been kind of on the back burner for
Those recent
even
buffs they got
longer,
look
I feel
pretty
like.
nice though.
Yeah,
for sure.
but they still don't have protection. I'm just gonna still just like shoot you with a cannon, right? Or did they give him frontal guard at all? I don't think so.
I don't believe they give him frontal guard, but I
doesn't
guess we'll have to
seem
find out.
Yeah, people are just mostly commenting on the level of damage that the Ranger's able to put out from such high range after the absolute skills, and whether or not that'll end up being relevant. But whether or not it changes a tournament scene for a 3v3 or a 2v2 or 1v1 is yet to be said. Now, moving forward with the final questions here, I know we have a lot of people in chat here to see some of the bigger names from the bigger guilds duking it out with everybody else. Do you guys have anything to say with people here spamming your memes and supporting your names?
Thank you for everyone supporting Snake, dude. I love you guys. Yeah, that's all I got to say, man.
All right, thank you for that clarification.
And that will be it for our winners interview. Congratulations once again to the Snake Squad for taking the grand final tournament in the 5v5 setting here. Congratulations once again to all of our finalists and to everybody.
Shout out to my boy B-Kill. You my boy B-Kill.
Biko showed
Biko's
us
the
they
true
win.
brother.
Shout out to
He
my
showed
boy
us they
B-Kill.
win.
Shout out to Hero, dude.
He killed the GM of Snake.
Biko is the true brother.
He's the true brother.
The true brother. All right, thank you,
One
Big
day.
He knows
Kill.
the way. He knows the way.
All right, wonderful.
Thank you all for coming to the interview, and congratulations once again.
Hey, thanks, man. Also, when can I expect those artisan memories, man? I need pen, and I'm waiting for it. Like, really bad. I'm not
You
even
can expect them very
soft,
soon.
dude. Alright, sweet, thanks.
Very, very soon. Very, very soon, I promise.
Awesome.
By tomorrow, for sure.
Thank you. I will be expecting them. Have a good day.
All
right,
right,
have a
thanks
good
so much
one,
for coming in,
friends.
guys. Take care. And that will be it, ladies and gentlemen, for the 5v5 tournament. Thank you all viewers, all participants, everyone who came in to contribute their time, their effort, and their memes into the chat. We love putting these tournaments on, and please stay tuned for more information on the 1v1 League. If you are interested in that, we will be hosting Q&A streams throughout the next week, as well as providing information to some of the other major streamers in Black Desert, so everyone will be able to talk and think and consider the 1v1 tournament. The first open qualifier, meaning anyone is welcome and able to join, will be soon, will be January 21st. So get your gear up, get your pens ready to compete in the open tournament. The top 4 positions from that tournament, from the next 3 open qualifiers, will receive invites to the league to fight their way through for the cash prize pool beginning at $500 and scaling as high as the community wants it to go. So, from all of us here, Goodvibesguy, Dr. Positive, we thank you once again for coming out and hope you have a fantastic and gruntled remainder of the day.
Yes, thank you everybody for all the support. If you followed, donated, subscribed, thank you very much for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Ion Giannis and Marlin TV. Can we tweet the video so we can retweet? Yes, I can. Thank you, judges Marlon and Ion Giannis. There was no need for a call today, fortunately, but thank you for being here. And thank you, everybody, for the support, as always. I'm very, very excited about the future league and future tournaments. Hopefully, we can start a discussion and we can get feedback and build something really awesome together. Have a wonderful morning, day, evening, whatever it is for you. Stay gruntled.
Yeah,
and we'll
when
catch
is
you
Dr.
next time.
Positive getting a chair? Good question.
Bye, friends. Have a good one.